Why, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome back to Dominaria United, where I have been drawn once again by the power of blue. A little different look this time, though, because our first pick was Frost Fist Strider, an uncommon. 3 blue for a 4/4, Ward 2. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. It's a bit like Bergstrider from Kaldheim, but you don't have to do any work at all for this to be good. And this set us on the path of mono Himbos. I have a theory that playing a bunch of big dumb dorks is good in this format, and I want to put that to the test. So here are my big dumb dorks. Frost Fist Strider, already mentioned. 2 copies of Zar Ojanin. This is a legendary 4/4 for 5 mana. When it becomes tapped, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with toughness less than the number of basic land types you control. So, a 5 mana 4/4 that's going to grow our other smaller creatures, which we do have quite a few of. We also have Elfheimworm, big fan, 5 mana 5/4 Vigilance Trample. You can say French vanilla all you want, but damn, is French vanilla a good taste. Speaking of, we also have Magnagoth Sentry, 3 and a green for a 4/4 reach. We have a Talus Lookout. 5 mana 4/3 flyer is nothing to scoff at. So, what do you say we get into it here? Opponent going first. We have 3 lands, an idyllic beachfront, which is the Plains Island, and 2 plains. Then we have a Tolarian Geyser, a Talus Lookout, a Coalition Skynet, and a Bite Down. This looks okay. A green source really will seal this up. Blue source lets us cast Talus Lookout. Pretty much any spell we draw will be good. This all seems fine. Another Tolarian Geyser. Don't hate that at all. Opponent goes Plains. And then Mountain. Do they have a turn 2 spell? They do. But Gnawlish Sleeper. So it has a kicker, but they didn't play it. It's a 2 mana 3/1. Interesting. So they're hitting us for 3. Sure. And then they play a Charismatic Vanguard. Another 3/2. You pay 5 to give creatures you control +1/+1. So we drew an island, which is not bad. We're just going to Geyser this turn. Cast Geyser on the Vanguard, make them recast if they want to. We draw a Plains. Really would have liked a forest there, but they cast Griffin Protector. 2/3. When they play another creature, Griffin Protector gets +1/+1 until end of turn. We drew Zar Ojanin. Not having a forest is really hurting us now. We're going to continue to waste their time, I think. We're at 14. I mean, this Gnawlish Sleeper is really getting us so far. But we're going to play Tolarian Geyser, kick it, bounce their 4-drop back to hand, draw a card, gain 3 life. It's 17-20. I mean, that's great. They recast it, hit us for another 3. We're back down to 14. To another island. God, we need a green source really badly. Now, the question is, do we cast Zar Ojanin? 5 mana 4/4, which gives us domain. Next turn we could start biting things, sunbathing root walla things, going crazy. But if they have a removal spell for Zar, we get really punished. And no matter what, we'll probably take 3 in the air. Whereas Stall for Time draws us a card and keeps our opponent's creatures off our back for a turn. We're going to Stall for Time. And kick it, tap their creatures. It's 14-20, they're down to 4 cards. We have a full grip. They cast and kick Keldon Strike Team. So it makes a couple of soldiers. Well, thank God we tapped down the Griffin Protector, because it became a 5/6 on that turn. No thank you. Let's see. This turn... So now they have a 3-1, a 2-3 flyer, a 3-1, and 2-1-1s, and we're at 9. It's pretty tricky. What could we do here? We could cast a Sunbathing Rootwalla, and that's all we could really do. Here's what we could do. We can cast a Talus Lookout, a 3-2 flyer, which can trade effectively. And we have a Bite Down, so we could kill one of their creatures and then block something else. They're casting Captain's Call, which is going to make 3 1/1s and make their Griffin Protector a giant menace. So we are now going to Bite Down their Griffin Protector so we don't die. They have the Take Up the Shield. 2 mana instant, put a 1/1 counter on it, it gets indestructible. So we're probably just going to die here. Let's see, how much can we block? We have to block the 6/4, so we'll do that. And then we go down to 1. And there's nothing we could draw here to get us out. Okay, well, we have lost the game. Not drawing a green source for a very long time was quite painful. I will say, I do believe that's the first straight up 2-color deck that we've seen. Let's take a quick break to regroup and try to recover in game number 2.
Do you love watching movies? Do you hate watching movies? Boy oh boy, do I have the show for you. On Watching Movies, April and Kenny watch movies. Instant classics like Pride and Prejudice and The Mummy. Despicable gutter trash like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Divisive, controversial picks like 2001, A Space Odyssey. Each month our hosts discuss and analyze a movie, then put out a watch-along commentary track. Enticing! Whether you like watching movies or hate watching movies, you'll love Watching Movies with April and Kenny. Now streaming on your favorite platform.
Okay, opponent goes first. We are not surprised. This hand looks pretty good. Got all 3 colors between our Tangled Isla and 2 planes, a 2-drop in Vine Shaper Prodigy, a couple removal spells in Tailswipe and Bite Down, and a 4-drop Coalition Sky Knight. Seems pretty good. It'd be very good on the draw, I think. Okay, we draw another tap land, an Idyllic Beachfront. Opponent plays Yavimaya Steel Crusher, 2 mana, 2/2 enlist, pay 1, sack it, destroy target artifact. Don't care. Just gonna cast our 2/2. Opponent casts rare, Threats Undetected. This is like a Gifts Ungiven variant. 3 mana, search your library for up to 4 creature cards with different powers and reveal them. The opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Shuffle the chosen cards into your library and put the rest in your hand. So they get to keep 2 of these cards they're about to show us. Automatic Librarian, it's bad. Urg, Spawn of Turg, they're not even close to casting. Flowstone Cavern, and Logamos. So get rid of the 2 that they can cast. It's a tough choice. Do we just trade with them? Next turn we could Tail Swipe or Bite Down. What are we doing if we just take this? I think no blocks. It seems pretty lame, but what this allows us to do, it allows us to play Idyllic Beachfront, then we can Bite Down their Steel Crusher and hit them for 2 to tie it at 18. They play the Automatic Librarian, 3/2, Scries 2, and ATBs. They got 2 on top. Never like to see that. Okay, we've got 4 mana available. We're just going to cast our Coalition Sky Knight. No attacks. They still cannot cast Urg, Spawn of Turg. Aggressive Sabotage. We discard 2 cards, and they kicked it, so we take 3 damage. Okay. So we discard our 2 lands, take 3 damage, we go to 15. They did not attack us. Well, you may come to regret that. Go to attack with our Sky Knight, enlist our Vine Shaper. So now we're hitting them for 4 in the air. It's now 15 to 13, and we can end our turn with our tail swipe up. I cast Jaya's Fire Nado, 5 mana to kill our Coalition Sky Knight. Should we just tail swipe while we have it? I guess so. Take out their Librarian. We drew Stall for time. Never going to be sad about that. Set them for 2. It's 15 to 11. In the turn, they can now cast Urg, Spawn of Turg, which would definitely float my boat. Instead, they cast Coalition Warbrute, 3/4 trample and list. Sounds good to me. And a Phoenix check. Okay, great. I say great because they cast 2 creatures this turn. They're going to hit us with the Phoenix check. But, ooh, we drew Zar Ojanen. Would we rather do that or stall for time? Ugh. I guess we Zar Ojanen. We gotta get this boy onto the battlefield. Hopefully this turn they attack us with the chick. Pass to us, we can then stall for time and have a big attack. Yeah, they cast Sanger Connoisseur. It's a 5 mana 3/3 flyer. Hate that card. I really don't think that's a good card. So they did attack us with the chick, so now we can stall for time, kicked, tap their 2 untapped creatures, draw a card. A Tolarian Geyser is beautiful. Attack with Zar Ojanen, beef up our Vine Shaper. It's now 13 to 3. Boom. That is absolutely massive. And they concede. Yeah. That's what we wanted to see. That's the tempo we like. Great. Not getting skunked. That's what we love. Opponent goes first. Please, can I go first just this one time? Alright, we're going to win the coin flip eventually. Got all our colors, got a 2-drop in Sunbathing Rootwalla, got Coalition Sky Knight, and got Joined Forces, which I really want to see do work, so let's keep it. A Plains for the opponent, and a turn 1 Clockwork Drawbridge, the 0/3 Defender Tapper. Is it gonna happen? Are we gonna see the Defender deck? They then go Crystal Grotto, a land, scries 1, no other place, great. Okay, we're going to play Sunbathing Rootwalla, which in a few turns is going to make their drawbridge look really stupid. They pass. Pixie Illusionist, a 1-drop, yeah, exactly on time. It is a play. I guess we attack with the Sunbathing Rootwalla. Okay, so they're going to use their turn to activate it. Great. We are pleased by this. And we can cast our Illusionist? No. We drew a Soaring Drake. Use up our mana this turn. Save the Pixie Illusionist for when we can kick it, get a better deal. Okay, so now opponent is at least 3 colors, white, green, and black. They cast Magnagoth Sentry. Always good. We drew Stall for time. We also have Magnagoth Sentry of our own. And a Coalition Sky Knight. God, we've got so many options here. Let's play the Magnagoth this turn. No attacks. I guess we could have gone to attacks. Made them take 2 damage from the Sunbathing Rootwalla. They have Destroy Evil for our Magnagoth. Alright. Attacking us for 4 with their Magnagoth. Okay. We have Tolarian Geyser this turn. Let's go to attacks first. Attack with our Sunbathing and our Soaring. If they block with their Drawbridge, we'll just kill it for free. Of course, they're taking it. Now we can kick our Tolarian Geyser. Bounce their Magnagoth. Gain 3 life. It's 19 to 16. That's dope. Slimefoot Survey they're casting. Hate this card. 5 mana. They search for up to 2 land cards that each have a basic land type. They put them on the battlefield. And they've got a lot of mana now. They went from 5 to 7. And then they draw a card, basically. Okay, but now they don't have any mana to tap our stuff, so we can just attack them for free again. They take it again. It's 19 to 12. And now we can either cast Coalition Sky Knight or Pixie Illusionist. Kicked. It's a better use of our mana to kick the Illusionist. So now it's a 3/3 flyer. They cast Urg, Spawn of Turg. I am very unimpressed, and recast the Magnagoth Sentry. And now they're tapped out. So now we could stall for time, for example. Why not? Stall for time, kicked, tap their 2 big blockers, draw a card, Azar Ogenin, go to attack, and attack with all, just to see if they're being lazy with their drawbridge. Okay, they're not. That's good. Good for them. 19 to 7. End the turn. They get to Surveil with Urg, Spawn of Turg, but they don't get to untap it. So they kept the card. Perhaps a bit disconcerting. They cast Vine Shaper Prodigy. Kicked. So it's a 2/2. And they get to draw a card, basically. It's not impressive at this stage. I think they're just dead. Unless they can kill one of our flyers, we have a Join Forces, which is just going to end the game. Okay, so they have a Bite down. So target player you control deals damage equal to its power to target. So that's just going to kill our thing, and we can't do anything about it, correct? I think so. Okay, so now it's our turn. We have a Bite down of our own. We also have a Zar Ogenin. So I think we just go to attacks. Do we want to throw away our Sunbathing Rootwalla? Don't think so. Just attack them for 2 in the air. Cast Zar Ogenin. And now we have a Tail Swipe just lurking in our hand. Do we just do it now? When they don't have mana to do some kind of goofy combat trick? Yeah, I think we do. So Tail Swipe, Zar Ogenin onto Magnagoth Sentry. Because they could easily have the indestructible combat trick. They've got a lot of mana. They've got 3 cards, but it's 19 to 5, and we've got a Flyer, Sunbathing Rootwalla, Zar Ogenin, and in our hand, Join Forces and Bite down. I think we can find a way to win from here. Well, they have a good play. They cast Stall for Time, so they tap down 2 of our creatures and drew a card. We have Join Forces, though. They cast another Vine Shaper Prodigy. It is funny, they cast Stall for Time, which tapped Zar Ogenin, which made it so that his domain ability came into play, and we got a 1/1 counter. Drew a Tolarian Geyser. Do we just Join Forces this turn, untap our things? Or do we Coalition Sky Knight and leave up a Bite down? I think we're supposed to Coalition Sky Knight. Leave up a Bite down. Urg Spawn of Turk has given them a lot of surveil value for sure. I guess Sarah Paragon. 4 mana 3/4. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land from your graveyard or cast a permanent with spell mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. If you do, when this permanent is put into a graveyard in the battlefield, exile it, and you gain 2 life. Jeez. We can bite it down this turn, so they're biting down our Coalition Sky Knight, so we're gonna bite down the Sarah Paragon, and that should do it, because now it's not around to bite down our creature. Yep, they surrender. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Clockwork Drawbridge is that good, even in the Walls deck. Just having a random one in your deck seems very bad. Game number 4, we're 2-1, and wouldn't you know it, we're going second again. This hand is sketchy. This hand is a 4-drop and 2 5-drops with a bite down, which I don't need to tell you doesn't do anything until we have a creature. That being said, we're either going to draw lands to cast these things, or we're going to draw sweet spells or cheap creatures. I think we keep. Big argument not to do this. We drew a Solve for Time, which is exactly what we want to do. Let's put out an idyllic beachfront. Opponent with the red-green duel, and then the red-black duel. We drew another 5-drop, which obviously is perfect, just what this hand needs. And not just another 5-drop, a second copy of our legendary Zar Ojanin, so we are running hot. Opponent cast Lagomos, Hand of Hatred. This is the 3-drop, it's red and black, legendary 1/3, makes it 2/1 elemental that you sacrifice at the end of turn. And you can demonic tutor with it if you've got 5 mana, or not 5 mana, 5 creatures that have died this turn. Yeah, we're going to take 2 a turn, 3 a turn basically. Yep, but they hit us for 3, we're going to 15. They don't have another spell. We drew a Tallest Lookout, which I'm down for, because we can play that this turn. 3/2 flyer. If they have a removal spell for it, fine, because we'll get to draw a card with a little selection. If they can't, then we can block Lagomos. Okay, they're not attacking with it, of course. If they can't get rid of it on our turn, we've got options. Cast a Zar Ojanin, bite down something, stall for time with Kicker. They didn't do anything on their turn with 5 mana available. Well, it's Zar Ojanin time. It's currently 13-20. I'm not going to attack with my Tallest Lookout, because it just feels like they've got some kind of removal, and we need to preserve our life total. The 4th color has emerged. They played a Plains, and then, yep, Jaya's Fire NATO. Couldn't be more predictable. Miller really dunked on Jaya's Fire NATO, but I don't know why. I think it's a fine card. We'll take our medicine for the turn. It's now 11-20. Citizen's Arrest. Very interesting. We're just going to cast another Zar Ojanin. And now I kind of feel comfortable attacking them. 11-17. I mean, totally possible they have another piece of removal for Zar Ojanin, but at most this is going to cost us 1 damage. Opponent went super deep in the tank just to attack us with their 2/1 guy. Do we block it with Zar Ojanin this turn? They've not cast stuff for a lot of turns. They could definitely just have a combat trick. Yeah, I'm going to say no. No block. Puts us down to 9, which is, not a great place to be. But it just feels like they've just passed so many turns. I just think they have a handful of stupid stuff, and it just feels bad to me. I think this turn we go for an attack. Both attack. Zar beefs up Talus Lookout. Go to damage, they just take 8. That doesn't seem good. Now we can Elf Hameworm. Or we could just bite down. I think we just bite down with Zar on Lagomos. See what they do. They just take it to the face. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely do that. We end the turn. I don't know what they have in hand. I think our guess that they have a bunch of combat tricks is good. They play Bortuk Bone Rattle. 6 mana 4/4. There's a battlefield. If you cast it, choose a creature from your graveyard, return that card to the battlefield if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of basic land types you control. So they're going to get back Lagomos. Resolve. That's not going to work out super well. They get another 2/1. They get to hit us for 2. 7 to 9. It's our turn. And now we get to stall for time, kicked both their creatures, draw a card. A Pixie Illusionist. We get to attack with both our creatures. Zar goes off, and they go down to 1. Oh no, Zar does not go off. If Zar went off, we would have won. Anyway, 7 to 1. Their creatures are tapped. They do have a lot of mana. 9 mana, 3 cards in hand. They cast Squee Dubious Monarch. 2/2 haste. When it attacks, make a 1/1 red goblin that's tapped and attacking. And they Warhost Frenzy. Well, I don't think we can feel bad about them casting a rare plus a Trumpet Blast to kill us out of nowhere. I think we played that just fine. Dang. Ah well. 2 and 2. If we win, we did better than our first attempt. And if we lose, well, fuck my life, I guess. See you in the next game. Game the 5th. We're going second, of course. Opponent is white-black, casting Phyrexian Vivisector on turn 2. 2/2. When a creature they control dies, they get to scry 1. So far, it seems like when we've had early plays, we've done pretty well, and when we haven't, we've done kind of poorly. So I might need to prioritize earlier plays going forward. I mean, shocker. So it's 18 to 18. What do we do this turn? I think we just Tolarian Geyser. Unkicked. Bounce their creature. We draw a card. Just buying some time. They recast it. And cast a Semi-Herbalist. We again drew both of our Zar Ogenins. It's not great. And it's definitely a risk having multiple copies of the legendaries, but I think having 2 is fine. Because by the time we get to cast it, we're going to either lose it outright, and then we get to cast another one, or we just have a backup. And if Zara is staying on the battlefield, we're pretty happy. That being said, this turn we're casting Talus Lookout. 4 mana 3/2 flyer. Draws us a card when it dies. Opponent is just white-black beatdown. Attacking us with Phyrexian Warhorse and a Samite Herbalist. So we're going to block the Warhorse, trade with it. Okay, they're going to save it. We save ourselves some damage. We draw a card. Yes, we'll take this land, please. Drew another one. That's not so good. And what do we want to put into play? Elfhame Worm or Czar? Let's put Czar on the battlefield, because if he dies, we've got another one. And then heck, next turn, depending on what happens, yep, they just citizens arrest it. That's why we did that. I guess another Phyrexian Vivisector. Yeah, I mean, this is a great low to the ground tempo deck they have. We're going to take a buttload of damage, go down to 2. And now at this point, there's basically nothing we can draw. Yep, literally nothing. Wow, we got routed in that game. Pretty good, opponent, pretty good. Well, what did we learn? The cards that I said I liked, I do really like. We leaned pretty heavy on the more expensive spells. We had a total of 5 cards on the 1 and 2 drop spots. And then we were 3 color, but very unfocused in how we were 3 color. It wasn't like we're green, white, splashing blue, or whatever. We were just evenly green, white, blue. And you can't rely on the tap lands to make that work, I don't think. So next time we draft, I think we need to be focusing on staying mostly 2 color with a light splash and staying a bit more low to the ground. Makes me sad we never got to cast our Frostfist Strider, but the cards I like, I do really like. Tolarian Geyser is great. Stall for Time is amazing. So yeah, still playing, still exploring. I'll see you in the next draft.